Genesis 7, the Great Flood. During one of their conversations leading up to Earth's destruction, while Noah was working super hard on the boat, God addressed him.
I'm gonna need one family to survive this flood so they can repopulate the planet. Say, you don't happen to know a family that worships me unquestioningly and is fully devoted and faithful to every one of my whims and desires, do you? Just kidding. You know I wouldn't let anything happen to you and your loved ones. You're my little buddy. I mean, sure, maybe in the past it's possible I could have let you die. I admit there's a track record that may indicate that I may have been a bit careless in how I handled interpersonal relationships. Maybe I was a bit quick to anger with Adam and Eve. And maybe I could have handled the whole vegetable thing with Cain differently. And maybe after that, when Cain... Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the flood. Anyway, you'll be fine. In the meantime, get a bunch of clean animals. 7 pairs of each should do it. And 7 pairs of birds. No, wait, sorry. Make that 7 pairs of birds of the air. I have designs for new land birds. You got all that? Okay, good. You have 7 days to complete this task before I start flooding your planet. No, I'm not kidding. I'm deadly serious. To say that it'll rain would be an understatement on an epic scale. And this is going to go on for 40 straight days. I know. It's a bit of a Rube Goldberg way of genociding, but I've had nothing but time on my hands since Genesis 4. And planning Earth's destruction has become a soothing hobby I can focus all this nervous energy on. You have 7 days left to prepare. Get going!
Noah totally did what God asked of him. On the 7th day following that conversation, Noah swept his entire family into the bowels of the ship he built. There was no telling who or what would try to enter the ship once the waters were rising, and this was anyone's or anything's last means of survival. He made sure to seal every door and window shut. Noah and his family couldn't see out, but this was now an impenetrable ark, carrying what was destined to be the last surviving creatures of the Lord's first attempt at world building. Being 600 years old, Noah thought he'd seen and heard it all. But when the water started plummeting from the sky, even though he was sealed into this tomb of animal noises and smells and couldn't see what was happening, the pounding on the ship's exterior provided all the information he needed in order to understand what was happening outside. The entire sky had become a monstrous waterfall. As the water pounded the ship, the specs for its design, provided by the Lord himself, were holding up. Noah only hoped it would withstand 40 more days of this. And it did go on for 40 days, by the end of which so much water had fallen upon the planet, even the highest mountain peaks were covered. However, the ark, containing Noah, his family, and the animals, was carried safely atop the water. While the planet was filling up with water those 40 days, everything that once lived, wild animals, domestic animals, birds, humans, anything that had once breathed, drowned. Blotted out of existence by an unhappy deity. Once the water stopped crashing from the sky, it was another 150 days before the water covering the surface of the planet subsided. End of Genesis 7.